Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to Celtic Legacy Wrestling. I am the Bard, the keeper of scrolls and teller of tales. Today I have the honor of presenting to you CLW episode 17. On today's show, we have Hannah Taylor versus Isla Dawn, Finn Balor versus Aleister Black, Bonesaw versus Sean Guinness, Lee Owens versus Harley Hudson, Karrion Kross versus Joe Coffey. The Islanders will be taking on Imperium, and we're going to hear from Sheamus and Gunther. Now let's get to the action. Welcome to CLW episode 17. Our opening match, Hannah Taylor representing the Conduits of Karma versus Isla Dawn representing the Coven of the Goddess. The Conduits of Karma, Kaya McKenna and Raven Creed in Hannah's corner. Coven of the Goddess, Alba Fire and Dawn. In Isla's corner, this rivalry between these two groups has been going on for a few weeks now. And last week in the Tag Team Battle Royal to decide the number one contenders for the CLW Women's Tag Team Championship, it was Hannah who eliminated Isla Dawn, continuing this rivalry between these two factions. Right now, Hannah is in control of Isla Dawn, slamming her face first into the corner. Stop. Oh. That might be it for Isla. Hannah with a flip that missed. Isla now taking control and going for a pin on Hannah. Not even a two. Hannah making a comeback. A beautiful shooting star press on Isla. The Witching Hour premium event is just a couple of weeks away. We already know after last week when Dawn challenged Kaya to a casket match for the Celtic Championship. Kaya accepted, and we're going to be seeing that casket match at Witching Hour. That means after that match, either Dawn or Kaya McKenna is no longer going to be a part of the CLW roster. There's a lot at stake in that match. Isla going for a pin, kick out. Not only is the Celtic Championship on the line in that match at Witching Hour, but one of them will be gone from CLW. Hannah in control of Isla going for a pin. Isla's out. Hannah to the top rope. We're going to see here. That was an amazing 450 by Hannah. And she wins. Now we're going to hear from Sheamus. He won the Underground match last week, tying up his rivalry with Drew to 2 victories to 2 victories. The next match to settle their differences, one would think. Sheamus is bragging about his win last week, and he wants Drew McIntyre in a 3 stages of hell match at Witching Hour Drew says we're tied at this point. And I would have to agree that the only way this is going to be settled is in an extreme match. So do you accept the challenge for the 3 stages of hell? Sheamus says. Drew says, I accept and I'll see you in hell. Now we have Finn Balor versus Aleister Black. Aleister Black representing the Triangle of Terror with Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre. Kathy Kelly's at ringside with Wade. Finn Balor, part of the Irish Aces with JD McDonough and Sheamus. He's got JD McDonough in his corner. Wade distracting Finn. Aleister hitting with a moonsault. Aleister with kick and a knee to the face of Finn. Aleister in control of the match. These two factions, the Irish Aces and Triangle of Terror, have been feuding for a few weeks now. They were in that Hell in a Cell match at Castle Siege. Their group leaders, Sheamus and Drew, are apparently going to have a 3 stages of hell match at Witching Hour. Not sure where these two teams are going to be at Witching Hour, but you got to imagine there's going to be something going on. Aleister Black going for a pin. A Witching Hour premium event coming up in a couple of weeks. It's really starting to take shape with some major matches. That casket match between Dawn and Kaya McKenna. Now we apparently have a 3 stages of hell match. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Multiple title matches have been set based on the #1 contender battle royals we've had in the past couple of weeks. Aleister in control of Finn at the moment. Aleister just wrenching the neck. Aleister almost with a win on Finn. Black Mass, this could be it. Aleister has beaten Finn Balor. Time for Karrion Kross versus Joe Coffey. Scarlett and Karrion's corner as usual. Karrion Kross has become quite a regular here in CLW. He's had a match every week for the past several weeks. He had a couple of victories, a couple of losses. He's back to a couple of victories. I'm going to imagine he's hoping to possibly make Joe Coffey tap. That's been his choice of victory. Last week he did get a pinfall victory. Over Joe Hendry. Now he's in there with another Joe. Joe Coffey of Gallus. Karrion's been in command of the match since the opening bell. Scarlett throwing a sledgehammer in the ring. Not sure why. Karrion has control of the match at the moment. Referee's getting rid of that. Looks like Joe Coffey was just busted open. And no offense from Coffey. Oh wait, now he's making a comeback. Perhaps. Power struggle. Coffey slips behind Kross. Kross reversing. Joe Coffey reversing. Getting down to some wrestling now. Both guys trying to show their superiority. Coffey going for a pin, but the referee's distracted by that turnbuckle pad that Scarlett had removed. Scarlett has definitely played a factor in Karrion's matches. Coffey setting Kross up. That could have been it, but Scarlett distracting Coffey. Kross getting up. Joe Coffey intercepts him. Has him into the buckle. Kross reversing out of the corner. Choking Coffey across the top rope. Kross setting him up. Setting Coffey up, we could be seeing that submission. Nope, he's going for his final prayer, could be it. Is that Joe Coffey's final prayer? Kross wins. Time for women's action. Leah Owens with Casey Owens versus Harley Hudson with Millie McKenzie. Leah going for a quick pin. These two teams will be facing each other at witching hour for the CLW Women's Championship. She-Wolves are the champions. Will be defending against the Medusa Complex, who won the Battle Royal last week for the #1 contendership. Lee in control at the moment. Harley Hudson, the powerhouse of her team. Medusa Complex would like nothing more than to win those championships at witching hour. The Owens sisters have been dominant since winning the title. Harley is taking control, displaying her power. Match going to the outside. You have to think if Harley Hudson can get the victory over Lee Owens in this match, they'll be going into the title match with an upper hand. On the champion. Same could be said about Lee. If Lee gets the victory here, the She-Wolves could be entering that matchup with an upper hand. Harley going for a pin. Harley setting Lee up perhaps. Casey causing a distraction, giving Lee the upper hand. Lee with a power bomb, flipping into a pin. That was almost it. Lee to the top rope. Splash. Will that be it? Harley kicks out. Lee displaying her athleticism, setting Harley out. Lee going for a submission. Are we going to see Harley tap? Lee releases it. Harley out of the ring for a breather. Back in. Intercepted by some punches by Lee. Drop kick by Lee. That was an amazing exchange. Harley back to the outside. Harley catches her off the top rope. Going for a pin. Harley now in control of Lee. Lee with a power bomb, going for the pin. Owens wins. Time for tag team action. We have the Islanders, Haku and Tama versus Imperium, Ludwig, Kaiser, and Ilja Dragunov. The Islanders have Armando Estrada in their corner. At last week's Battle Royal to determine #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship, Kaiser and Haku were really brawling with each other throughout most of the Battle Royal, leading to this matchup between the two teams. Double team incoming from the Islanders. We really haven't seen too much from the Islanders this season in CLW. We've seen a couple of matches. You gotta think that they would like to be in that tag team title picture. Perhaps a victory over Imperium here would help get them in that direction. Same can be said for Imperium. They may also like to be in the tag team title contention. Haku from the top. Ludwig reversing Haku. Kaiser with the upper hand. Trading blows, actually. Haku now with the upper hand. Haku is one of the most dangerous men in wrestling. Not the world as a whole. Most people say they would never mess with Haku. Ludwig looking to tag out with Ilja. Haku taking control of Ilja as he enters the match. Another double team by the Islanders. Double headbutt. Tama going for the pin. Only a 1 count. Armando up on the apron, removing that turnbuckle pad. We're gonna have to start chaining those on there so they'll stop removing them. Tama to the top rope. Gonna see some high flying here. Diving headbutt. Ilja's in trouble. Looks to be busted open. Another double team by the Islanders. Seeing some excellent teamwork here by the Islanders. Frequent tags and double teams. Haku with a pin. Not even a 2. Haku setting Ilja up. Looking for a pin. Kaiser in to make the save. Haku catches Kaiser. Kaiser may be out of commission. Another double team. Double elbow. Tama with a cover. Kick out before 3. Imperium has not been able to get an upper hand going in this match. The Islanders have just been dominant. Ilja is up, but still caught by a cross body. Big splash. Ilja gonna kick out? No, the Islanders win. Now we have Bonesaw of the Kings of the North versus Guinness of the Social Elite. Damian Corbin is in Bonesaw's corner. Matthew Smith is in Sean Guinness's corner. And at witching hour, it will be the Social Elite defending the CLW Tag Team Championship against the Kings of the North. Damian Corbin won the Battle Royal to determine the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship, giving the Kings of the North the nod. Should be an amazing matchup at witching hour. Guinness sending Bonesaw outside, being distracted by Corbin. Bonesaw now able to get back into the ring, taking control of Guinness. Bonesaw is a veteran. He's trained many wrestlers throughout Ireland and the UK. Both wrestlers fighting for control of the match. Multiple reversals at this point. Bonesaw working on the arm. Could the Kings of the North be the team to take the belts off the Social Elite? The Social Elite, no one has been able to take those belts off them since they won that inaugural tag team tournament several months ago. Not even a 1 on that pin attempt. Bonesaw in control at the moment. An elbow drop. Guinness to the outside for a breather. Back in, taking control of Bonesaw. Dropping him throat first across the top rope. Springboard moonsault. Social Elite are the high flyers, and the Kings of the North are the powerhouses. Should be an excellent matchup. Brainbuster going for the pin. Barely getting out. As we saw earlier with Lee Owens and Harley Hudson, whenever one of these men gets the victory, you'd have to consider they have the upper hand going into the tag team title match. Bonesaw setting up for a huge clothesline from behind into the corner. He had nowhere to go. Setting Guinness up. Going for a submission. No, it's the face stomp into the mat. Oh, I'd hate to see that. Can he end it here? Kick out. This time we get a submission. Guinness gonna tap. Guinness taps to Bonesaw. Looks like we're gonna hear from Gunther. He lost his title to CM Punk at Castle Siege in that submission match. A couple of weeks ago, he won that Battle Royal to become the #1 contender. Gunther bragging about how easily he won that Battle Royal and that he wants his title back. And he's calling out CM Punk. Here comes Punk. Punk saying he's glad Gunther won that Battle Royal because he feels Gunther should have had an automatic rematch anyway, but that's not the way it went, but now he's going to get him in a match. Gunther says, I don't want just any match with you. I want this to be an ambulance match because one of us is going to be carted out of the building. CM Punk says, you're on. We now have an ambulance match at witching hour. CM Punk defending the CLW championship against Gunther. Gunther wants CM Punk in an ambulance match to try to get his title back at witching hour, and CM Punk has accepted. Not only that, but Sheamus challenged Drew McIntyre to a 3 stages of hell match at witching hour, and Drew gladly accepted. Witching hour is looking to be incredible when you factor in the casket match that was made last week between Dawn and Kaya McKenna for the Celtic Championship. So unless you're the Village Idiot, you should subscribe, like, comment, and share, and we'll see you next time.